Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being the true and worldly cause God, Ba'ashem being the name of, and Yahweh Shai being the true name of our Lord, who the worldly calls Jesus, and Rakakadash being the Holy Spirit. Much respect to Yakim and Gluffy, pushing the work of the Lord in true faith, sincerity, and promoting your body's living sacrifice, man. And so today in this walking, talking, this quick edification, basically talking about, man, the aura, that we just, possess, man, while doing the work of the Lord, man. As the scriptures have said, wisdom causeth, a man's face to shine, man. So if you're wondering why people, when you go into a store or when you go anywhere, people, is looking at you like you're an alien, it's because it's your aura, man. It's that spiritual pheromone that you're giving off that ultimately people are like, dang, who is this guy? A person might not even know you, but then they'll be like, damn, there's something about you, man. Are you a pastor? Do you do this? Do you do that? Because they ask you these questions because they can ultimately feel, your aura, man. They can feel your energy. There's an energy that you ultimately give off, man. While doing the work of the Lord, man. People look at you and be like, yo, who is this guy, man? Because you don't know why, man. They look at us, like we're strangers because ultimately we're not from this world, man. We're not from this world. We're extraterrestrial. We're out of this world. So ultimately they're going to look at us different, man. Like me, I'm like, damn. Like, if people was looking at my aura, imagine, the aura, how Shai gave off, man. Like, that's crazy, man. He literally could walk into a room. You could walk into a room and then, everyone just look at you, man. That's just the energy they put up. That's the righteousness. That's the light, man. That's the light that's on us, man. And you gotta give all praises to how that ultimately you have this knowledge, man. Whether people know it or not, they're always gonna feel the energy. They'll be like, damn, this dude's a king, man. Like, this dude is different. Like, who is this guy? Like me, I'm walking right now, I'm doing this little walk, trying to get my cardio. Ultimately your body's a temple, so you gotta make sure, you're going for walks, taking care of your body, exercising, and ultimately, just taking care of your temple, man. Because remember, your body is the temple. You gotta make sure you're eating right. Especially in the times that we're coming into, you got to make sure you're, not only, mentally prepared, but you got to be physically prepared for the times that we're going into, man. Because mass, tribulation and chaos is gonna occur, man. So we ultimately got to be spiritually, mentally, and physically prepared, man, for the times to come, man. So brothers, make sure, you're doing the right thing for your mind, body, and soul, man. Sometimes you also got to invest in yourself. A lot of people get into this truth and they try to be too over-righteous, They don't eat. They try to not eat for going like a 60-day fast. It's good and all to fast, but ultimately you're not supposed to be so over-righteous, man. If the Lord is, giving you, food, blessing you with food, blessing you with resources, man, take them, man. Do not be over-righteous, man. The Lord hates, when people are over-righteous. As scripture has said, be not over-righteous till thou destroyest thyself, man. So ultimately, when you try to be, too righteous, man, you're ultimately going to get yourself destroyed. You're ultimately going to, reach your downfall, So y'all got to make sure, you stay balanced in this thing, man. You got to be balanced, because ultimately a false balance is an abomination unto the Lord, So if you taking care of yourself and you're actually incorporating, the Spirit of the Lord, throughout your whole life, man, even when you're Clark Kent, the Lord still gave you intellect, man, because when I first before I got into this truth, I was smart, but not as smart as I am now. This truth, revealed unto me, vocabulary, history I didn't know. I learned about etymology, I learned about so many things, man. I'm a brother that still goes to school. So, all these things that's in the truth, I also incorporate in my daily life, man. So it's ultimately, helps me. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like I said, this truth is very spiritual, bro. You can incorporate this in anything, man. You probably, going to work, man, and you think about a scripture, man. This how spiritual, man, this truth is. Because ultimately, it's always going to be in the back of your mind, man. So I could be, playing basketball, watching a movie. I'm still going to be thinking about the scriptures. Because ultimately now, once you're in this truth, and you're doing it righteously, in true faith and sincerity, it's ultimately going to be, imprinted inside you, man. Meaning that's going to be inside you. As scripture has said, I shall put you in remembrance that ye once knew this, man. So ultimately, we already knew this truth, from our past lives, and now, we incorporate it back into our lives, So yeah, like when you're taking care of yourself, you're moving like a spiritual man. People are gonna look at you like, damn, who is this guy, man? You walk into a room, you the topic of discussion, man. You the one that gives light to the party, man. You want to make all these things fun, So ultimately, man, you gotta say Kahala about shot, man. Because ultimately, man, living this righteous lifestyle, man, is cool, man. It's very cool. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah. Living this, righteous lifestyle is cool, man. Shut up. Yeah, man. So like, yeah. As I say, living this righteous lifestyle is cool because ultimately it's almost like we're superheroes, man. So we give that mysterious feel. People question themselves, like, damn, this dude don't act like the rest, man. This dude's actually different. Like, who is this guy? What is this guy into? Like, people have those thoughts, man, and I can feel their energy. Especially, man, if the Lord gives you the spirit of discernment, man, like I'm giving a testimony, man. So I was out, right, and then these girls, said something, right, but they thought, I didn't hear them, but ultimately my spirit told me, damn, someone's talking about you. I could actually feel, that energy, that presence when they were talking about me. So to me, I was like, man, yo, I started laughing. I'm like, yo, they said something funny. I was like, yo, why you say that, bro? And then they was like, dang, how did you know I said that, man? And then I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm spiritual. I was like, I'm spiritual. I move off energy. And then, they started laughing. But ultimately, man, I could see that as you continue in this truth, the Lord is ultimately going to reveal to you and ultimately give you new gifts, man. He's going to increase your intellect. He's going to allow you to be more spiritual. He's going to give you a spiritual lens, and then as you increase, the Lord will give you ability, to see chariots, etc., man. The Lord might give unto you certain revelations, dreams, but, that's when you increase, man, so you got to keep going hard, and you got to look to improve in this truth. A lot of people, as they come into this truth, they tend to be stagnant, man. They want to be the same, but you got to have that drive to ultimately keep going, bro. You got to have that drive. You got to have that quote-unquote Mamba mentality, man. You got to make sure you're trying to improve every day, man, in this walk of righteousness, man. You got to make sure, you improve it every day. Before you probably was praying about 3 times a day. Try to improve yourself. Try to raise the standards. Like, basically raise the standards. And that's how, mental toughness comes from, man. You have to fight the flesh, man, and ultimately try to improve yourself, man. So ultimately you can keep your spirit strong, man. Because you have to afflict the flesh to ultimately strengthen, the spirit, man. So keep, trying to improve, man. Keep trying to improve, because ultimately it's either you go big or you go home, man. Give diligence to make your calling and election short, man. Because your spot can easily be taken, man. Who are you to think that, if I take a break, or if I don't teach for a year, or nothing will happen to me, I won't fall off. No, nigga. You know how much people, is doing this thing? You think the Lord can't just choose someone else to be the elect? Yes, he can, man. So you got to make sure you're on your shit, to ultimately make, the roster of Yahweh Ba'ashim shine, man. Because only a select few is going to make this team. So you got to be consistent, man. That's what separates the good from the great, man. It's consistency. And only the great players are going to be remembered, man. Not the good players. The good players, you might hear them, once in a while, but the great players, you're going to hear them forever because they remain consistent with the work that they've been doing, man. So ultimately, man, you got to have the mentality, go big or go home, man. Yeah, man. Don't be a lazy bastard. Don't be a lazy bastard. Because ultimately, man, if you don't work, you don't eat. Keep going hard in this thing. Fuck this world. Keep embracing, the ways of how Bashman shine, man, and incorporate certain things in this walk to your normal life, man. Ultimately keep the faith out here. So with that, Lord willing, ratify. I'd like to give our praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. Shalom.